All right, what's going on, friends? If your John Deere lawnmower will not start, I'm going to show you 10 different things that you can check easily before you take it to the shop. All right, first thing we're going to check is if you just ran out of fuel and you're out in the middle of your lawn and you were mowing, you probably had your blades engaged. Your little button right here to engage your blades, make sure that button is down. So this little yellow button engages your PTO to make your blades spin and cut your grass. If that's up, it's not going to start. So make sure that's down. Real simple. A lot of times, a lot of people do that. I ain't going to tell you, but I might have done that one time or another. And it will not start unless your parking brake is engaged. This parking brake on this one is a little broke, but if it's down like this, it's hitting a button right now that won't let it engage. So all I have to do is pick up on that and it will start. So that parking brake has to be engaged. And your steering levers right here, the steer, have to be out. So you have to have your blades off, your parking brake engaged, your steering levers out. And if the engine is cold, you might want to have it on choke. There's a little handle here that has a little rabbit and a turtle that makes your engine go slower and faster. If you push that all the way forward, that's going to put it on choke. And then you can crank the engine over. And once your engine does get running, just put it down, just take it out of choke because it's going to keep running funny. But if your engine is warm, you shouldn't have to put that choke on. But that may be one of your problems. Maybe you're not choking your engine. So you just have to push this little lever here all the way forward. That'll put the choke on. And then when it gets running, pull it back. I'll show you a little closer. This is that yellow button for the PTO. That you don't want that up, you want it down. This is where I was talking about your choke. You want it all the way ahead, that's gonna choke it. If the engine's already warm and it won't start, you shouldn't have to choke it. All right, let's open this seat up. All right, under the seat, another thing we can check is this plug right here. Make sure somehow that didn't come unplugged. That's your little safety seat thing so that it knows you're sitting on the seat. And then you could check down, and under here there are fuses. If you just open this up, and it will tell you right here what all the fuses are. But this, I think this relay could mess you up, but most likely it could be this fuse right here. I think F1, amp battery. If F1 is blown, then your mower will not start. Right here are your fuses. That pulls up, you just push in on the right and left side, and then there should be a number. It's a 20 amp fuse. This one right here, you can maybe get it with your fingers, but you can pull that out. There we go. Okay, you can pull that out, or you can check continuity on it. There we go. But you can see, if you look at that fuse, there's like a little kind of horseshoe shaped piece inside the fuse. Right in there, let me see. Right in there. You most of the time you can see if that's broken, or it might be a little black inside there, then you'll know that that is blown. And you could just probably go to an auto parts store or wherever and buy these little tiny fuses, a little 20 amp fuse. You could check all these if you want, but most likely it would be that one. It's a pain to get in there. While we are in there, I'm going to show you two different ways you could be checking this battery. One way kind of checks it. You can use a multimeter to kind of check it. Kind of, I say, because this is not 100%. I'm going to put that on the 20 volts, so it's just 20 V. And then I have the negative and the positive. Now watch that. This should be reading right there, at least around 12.4, maybe 12.6 volts. If that sucker's reading like 10 volts or under or something, you definitely got a bad battery. But that's not the best way to check it. A better way would be to have, now this is just a cheap battery tester by Topped On. I will throw one of these down in my description. This is going to tell you if you have like a bad cell or something. I can just clamp that on the negative. My battery's good, so it should read good, but clamp this on the positive, like that. M. We're on battery test, then we push enter. Regular flooded, yes, enter. Cold cranking amps, I gotta set that. This is 300 right there, 300 cold cranking amps. So, oops, push enter. 130, what did I say, 300, 300, 300, 200, and 300, push enter. Now it's testing. And it reads health 100%, charge 82%, good battery. This is a really nice way to check your battery. You could use this also for your car or truck or anything else. So if you do want to get one of these, it's not that expensive. That would 100% check your battery. It also checks your alternator, or like in your car or truck. Pretty cool little battery tester to have. While you're in here checking your battery, make sure that you got, these are tight. Your negative wire's tight on there. Your positive wire is tight. These nuts, sometimes they could come loose. Make sure they're not all corroded up. If they're all corroded, maybe you could take your negative off and just take a little small wire brush and wire brush that and then put it back on. Put that back on. I guess another thing, if this is like right in the beginning of the season and you've never even run your lawnmower, like it's the first time you want to start it after it sat all winter, you could just have some really old fuel in there. Or if it sat for a couple years, I mean, you might want to just take that fuel out and put new fuel in. And I recommend running in all these small engines, running non-ethanol fuel. If you have a place you can get non-ethanol fuel, 100% recommend that. Costs a little bit more money, but it's way better on these small engines. Just research, where can I buy non-ethanol fuel in my area? And maybe you'll be able to find that. Back here in the back, we do have air filter right in here. You can take this off. Make sure that's not all clogged up. Maybe you need to just pull this off. You can pull this out and like blow that out with an air compressor. You might not even have this yellow thing on. Another thing you can check here in the back are spark plugs. There's a spark plug right over here on this side. It's plugged in right there. Make sure that's plugged in. And there is a spark plug right here on this side. Make sure that's plugged in. And if your spark plugs are really, really old, it could be one of your spark plugs. If they haven't been changed out for about 5 or 6 years, you may need new spark plugs. All right, last thing you can maybe check is your fuel filter. Maybe your fuel filter is clogged. If your fuel filter hasn't been changed for a long time, maybe that could be your problem. All right, that's it for this video. I hope one of them things I showed you to check helped you get your lawnmower started. If it didn't, I'm really sorry. There is one other thing that maybe could be wrong. If your lawnmower did sit all year, you could have a clogged carburetor. Now you're gonna have to look up to see how to check your carburetor. That's a little harder to check, so it could be your carburetor. If you had fuel sitting in your lawnmower all winter, or if you have just had it in storage for a long time, it could be all gummed up, especially if you didn't use non-ethanol fuel. I hope one of these things did help you out. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below if one of these steps did help you out, or just say thank you, it was a really nice video, or let me know where you guys live. It's really awesome to see where all you guys live. Hit that subscribe button to help support this channel. God bless and have a great day. And watch out for, I think I have 3 or 4 other videos on this same lawnmower. Stay awesome.